Let's begin by talking about the spirit of the time, the zeitgeist of the 1990s. These two guys, Tupac Shakur and Christopher Wallace, also known as the Notorious B.I.G., had music styles that were quite different from the breakdancing predecessors of the 1980s. They represent the hardcore hip-hop that emerged in the 1990s. Their lyrics often criticized police activity and how people of color were treated, which became a common theme in hip-hop music. The 1990s also saw the rise of grunge music that stripped away the glamour of the 1980s rock and saw a more raw, dressed-down sound. Then there were the girl bands and boy bands, like the Spice Girls that many of you know. This shows how dramatically popular culture shifted from the 1980s to the 1990s. The question is, how does that affect the creative process? The Young British Artists, also known as YBAs, emerged as an influential group in the early 1990s. Among them was Damien Hirst, who created distinctive works referencing neopop artists like Jeff Koons. Hirst's most notable pieces include Shark Tanks, which featured actual sharks suspended in formaldehyde. These installations challenged museum viewers by confronting them face-to-face with these preserved creatures. Hirst also created paintings using real butterfly wings, which produced stunning colors and patterns. These large-scale pieces incorporated various materials showing influences from both minimalist and pop artists. Tracey Emin is another prominent YBA artist who focuses intensely on her personal experiences. Her work, The Tent, contains a list of everyone that she slept with from 1963 through 1995. Much of her art explores themes of body, relationships, and personal challenges, both physical and sexual, often expressed through figurative and abstract works. Sarah Lucas drew inspiration from Dadaist approach and ready-made art, particularly referencing Marcel Duchamp's work. Her pieces were featured in an exhibition titled Sensation, alongside other YBA artists that gained a lot of recognition for their provocative nature in their collective work during the mid-1990s. Maurizio Cattelan is an artist some of you might know. His early work from the 1990s often incorporated humor, irony, and pointed social commentary. One notable piece is his mannequin of the Pope being struck by a meteor titled The Ninth Hour. His work suggests that even the most powerful figures remain vulnerable under uncontrollable forces. Most recently, many of you might be familiar with The Comedian, which sold at Sotheby's for about $6 million. Cattelan's work frequently turns a critical eye back towards the art world itself. Ai Weiwei is a provocative artist who would intentionally drop historic vases, sometimes authentic, sometimes replicas he created. We will learn more about his work through an upcoming student presentation. Kai Gao Jiang centers entirely on fireworks as his medium. You can see his consistent theme throughout pieces, from a dress made with gunpowder created for Issey Miyake in 1998 to Footprints of History, fireworks project for the opening ceremonies of the 2008 Beijing Summer Olympics. Takashi Murakami created a movement called Superflat, which references traditional Japanese art. This style draws from woodblock printing techniques that featured flat figures with very volumetric dimensions, which were quite different from the European approaches that took place at the same time. He incorporates this ukiyo-e genre that flourished during the Edo period from about 17th to 19th centuries. This was incorporated into the work, blended with a pop art element. His figures were incorporated in the Louis Vuitton collaborations, and also his company Kai Kiki produced designs for different fashion houses. Vic Muniz explores relationships between subject and object using unconventional materials like food as his painting medium. In this piece, he works with spaghetti marinara as hair for Medusa or beans to create a portrait of Che. Gabriel Orozco creates performative pieces based on ready-mades. His work recreates cityscapes using found garbage and explores extensions of reflections using water. Shireen Nishat is a remarkable video artist and photographer who is currently having an exhibition at the Parrish Art Museum here on Long Island. She incorporates text and poetry into her photo-based pieces and creates compelling video artworks. Kara Walker focuses on the antebellum time period, exploring through her imagination what could have happened, what did happen, and what remains undiscussed. She's best known for her cutouts depicting relationships between slave owners and black people during this time of the South. These figures often feature stark exaggerations and portray conflicts with overtly sexualized and violent themes. One of her more recent notable works is Sugar Baby, which was installed in the Brooklyn Domino Sugar Factory. This giant sphinx-like figure made entirely of sugar creates a powerful double meaning, playing on sugar's sweetness while revealing an underlying history of labor, transportation, and workers who made sugar production possible during the Reconstruction. Ellen Gallagher stands out for her minimal paintings that are playfully incorporating eyes and mouths that are reoccurring motifs in her work. There are so many artists who emerged during the 1990s who are still active in 2025. Many of them we'll see when we touch on portrait and video performance and photography in upcoming lectures.